And that's pain. That hurts because you're by yourself, you're all alone. What does transmuting pain mean? Well, let's look at pain. Pain usually is, let's say, emotional pain or life pain. That could be a million different things that happen to us that hurt deep inside, that leave us with these gaping wounds and all these emotions that are just wanting to lash out. Let's say somebody close to us has betrayed us really bad, but they struck first, they got away with it, and you cannot go back and do anything to them because laws. Usually the first person that strikes gets away with it, and then the laws prevent recourse from happening to themselves. Go back 150 years ago, further 200, 300 years ago, if somebody came up and hurt somebody and betrayed them, they're probably going to go get their block knocked off. But now it doesn't work that way. And you have to take that pain. Do you just eat it? Do you take it and just shove it down and cover it up with ice cream? What do you do with it? Because it's real. Our emotions were given to us for a reason. Like, we want to get mad at people. We feel anger. But we're restricted from lashing out because then we will be very guilty and we will get in trouble. Now, I'm not saying on a human level that is wrong to feel that and have that desire to lash out. Because if you take the things that happen on a microcosm in our personal life and you blow it up on a large scale to a national level, if another nation strikes against another nation, they're allowed to go to war and just expend tons of lives because their hurt feelings or their territory is encroached upon. But here on the microcosm, if we're hurt in secret by somebody, we cannot go in public and take revenge or have retaliation. And that's pain. That hurts because you're by yourself, you're all alone, you know what happened, and it can be a lifetime of events that add up and that eat at you and make you bitter and angry and hurt, and it just changes you at the core. All of that negativity and that pain that's been caused upon you. So transmute. Now that's my concept. Now, I wasn't talking about pain as in breaking a leg or burning your hand on the wood burning stove. I'm talking about internal pain, deep soul pain. Transmute. Transmute as in turn one thing into another. Take silver and turn it to gold. Take iron and turn it to bronze. I'm not saying I'm an alchemist and I know how to do that, but I know how to do that for the human body internally, where you are taking one type of energy that is used for pain and suffering, and you transmute it. You turn that energy into a force that produces good. You're going from silver to gold, or iron to bronze. I already said that, but I like saying that. Transmuting your pain. Not living in your pain and just wallowing in the grief and agony, because that changes us at the core. We need to find an outlet. We need to find a purpose or a task or a mission. Because look at this. If you see two soldiers in trenches, like in the trenches, and they're about to be overrun and their morale is waning, they've been out of food, they're low on ammo, but they need to hold this position or they need to go take that pillbox, and they're just down and out and they're just beat down. Well, there can be a blow that is the fulcrum for victory. Let's say the two soldiers are battle buddies. They've been together for many, many battles. And right there in the last moments, one of them takes a bullet and dies. That is horribly painful, because that's basically losing somebody that's more than a family member, more than a brother, more than any other type of familia or family bond that happens inside of marriage or kids or anything. A war bond is totally different. So you're losing a piece of yourself that cannot be described. And that's crazy painful. What happens there? That soldier can become so enraged and have this new burst of energy and just renewed vigor and focus and vitality, because now has a place to focus all of that anger on an event that just happened. All that pain and hurt is about to be focused on victory for this battle. And so internally, they completely rally. They find everything that they need. They look for the right opportunity, and they assault. And they take the pillbox, or they just hold the position and they wipe out the enemy that's moving forwards. That soldier just transmuted that pain, that hurt, chaos, anger, sadness, and wrapped it all back up, focused it, and drove on to have victory. Our personal lives can be exactly the same way. You can take all of your hurt and all of your pain, and you can redirect it. Let's say something simple, as in somebody lied about you, it hurt your reputation, but there's literally nothing you can do about it, because there's sometimes we're just boxed in by people that are doo-doo heads. Screaming about it won't help. Breaking stuff won't help. But you can take that pain and frustration, and you can take that anger out in a focused manner. And let's say something simple like mowing the lawn. You can be seething angry or seething mad, but it gives you this crazy intense level of energy. And it's a lot of self-control, and you just focus it and you mow the lawn. And once you have expressed and let that seething anger out, it goes. Like, you experienced it, you felt it, it's real, but in our society, you can't take it and use it as the way it was designed to. You have to transmute it. You have to change it. We're in a civilized era. So when you take the hurt and the anger and the rage and you basically put it in the forge of your focus and discipline, and you put it into something that is healthy, productive, and that produces a very good outcome. So you take this horrible negative pain energy and you focus it in a disciplined manner, and you're going from bronze to silver to gold. You're transmuting the pain. The trick is, when you're in the middle of that pain and that chaos internally, to know what is happening and to be able to harness all of that extra energy and harness it in a direction that's going to produce something good. Because when we get hurt and wounded, it is so easy for us to be that wounded person that goes around and wounds and hurts other people. And it spreads like cancer. It's like wildfire. And I talk about this a lot, but you're programming your brain to respond to anger and hurt and frustration in treating other people that way. It's almost like you take that energy and you offload it on somebody, and it's gone, and you don't feel it anymore. But you hurt somebody, and that leaves a void inside of you. Like, there's not going to be good things that happen to people that hurt people on purpose. Even if we don't know we're doing it on purpose, good things are not going to, there's not going to be repercussions of good when we hurt people. So when we take all that hurt and pain, know that if we respond with hurt and pain, we are programming our brain to react this way in these situations. When we respond to hurt and pain with intentions that are good and putting this into something that will produce long-term results that look like victory, you just transmuted your pain. In that moment, though, that is the most difficult part, when that energy is going up to your brain to control your actions, because you saw them do it, now I'm going to do it. Well, guess what? You have the choice to stop that energy from going into those behaviors that will mimic what hurt you, and you'll end up hurting somebody else or just hurting that person back. Why not just cut that person out, take that energy they gave you, and be like, hey, you know what? This is my pain and my suffering. I'm going to take it and I'm going to use it the way I want to. And you harness it and you transmute your pain. I know that everybody in life gets hurt. And basically, the level of pain that we know that somebody's been through is basically what they tell us about. Because nobody makes it through life without hurt and pain. So we got to realize, like, it's important for us to take our hurt and pain and put it into something good and something healthy that is productive and stop spreading the hurt and the pain. I hope that is useful to somebody about transmuting pain and understanding that concept on an energetic level. And then once you practice that, it becomes just a natural habit. And if you use a character trigger and create that, that's something you can program into your character on how they respond to pain and hurt. Respond in a righteous way, a divine way. Your choice. But this is encouragement to react in healthy ways to pain and suffering.